I'm not stopping until this case is over. I thought we were gonna get 2 cases today, but I was wrong. 2 intermissions in 1 case. 2 intermissions in 1 case for the first freaking case. 22nd November, 1:14 p.m. Y'all, Britain's gonna be pissed, dude. We missed the deadline. Fuck. Hey, where'd the guilty party go? Well, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom? Ah, a judicial assistant and a woman, no less. The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify. I fully understand. I only asked for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense. Emails. You can have 5 minutes. I was grateful. Yeah. Give me the package. Lady, give me your package, please. Who are you? We know who she is. There's no time. I only have 5 minutes. A report written in English. It's Giselle Brett's research. Yo, did she develop a new poison? After the trial resumed earlier, I headed back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory. You can't. This is a glove doesn't fit situation. Ms. Brett was studying under the professor. So does his research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case? I don't know. I'm able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself, of course. Special characteristics of Curare and its effects on human subjects. Times the prosecution demands an immediate removal of this email trespasser from the courtroom. It was too little time for me to read it in detail, but I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eyes over it. Yeah. Thanks, lady. Goodbye then, and good luck. Yeah, you know, you go to Japanese medical school to kill people. We've had long enough counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. Hey, where the fuck did you two come from? That's the prosecution and defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? Yes, hello. You read 3 research papers, you came to relax. Yeah, time. One more, Cash. Here, we'll read one more. I know. Hello, I have evidence for you. We robbed this lady's house and we took her dog. If she doesn't say that she did it, we're gonna kill her dog right now. Oh, sorry, we also have this book. The Unyielding Stare of a True Japanese Warrior. Well, Ms. Brett, if you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer. I'm afraid not so very long until tea time. I decline. And Ms. Brett, you don't have a choice. If you don't stay here, that's contempt of court, lady. I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense. My apologies, dear lady. This research paper is gonna be 1 page with poison written on it. I played Danganronpa. I have not. I don't think I would like Danganronpa. That game, I don't like how it looks. What is this? New evidence. Let me show you something, buddy.
Yes!
Miss Giselle Brett, we understand that you were studying under Dr. Wilson doing research. Research by sheer coincidence, perhaps. Into a deadly poison. Hey, wait, what? I didn't read that. I can't read it? Ah, here we go. A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. The hunters of that region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Effects: instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death even in minute doses. Rapid entry: the above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it is believed that the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest could be caused as a result of the full body paralysis must be found first, or the patients would die of suffocation. Did she shoot this guy and then shove this poison in his fucking wound? That doesn't sound right. Sounds funny though. Poison? Where are you going with this, Council? Toxin known as Carrere, Your Excellency. She poisoned him at the dentist? Did she shoot him with a blow dart prior to meeting with him? Even the slightest amount of deadly poison is instant death. Complete and utter nonsense. Carrere, you say? Never even heard of it. It's from South America, you weirdo. What do you mean? I mean, you wouldn't have heard of the Carrere before for one simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country. True. Now you mention it, he did have a dart sticking out of the back of his neck. I didn't think it mattered at this time, as that didn't have anything to do with the gunshot wound, but no matter what test the police can do for toxins, they would never identify Carrere. Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the present. Buddy, take a step back a notch, please. What? Order, order, order. Council, does this deadly poison truly exist? According to this report authored by visiting research students from England, Carrere has long since been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. Reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists. To lace their arrows? Or their bullets? The report states that it is produced from an extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle. It was first brought back to the Empire at the turn of the century by explorers. Claims that animals shot by arrows laced with Carrere suffer instant death.
Objection!
Oh, actually, shut the fuck up. Trumpery. To start with, if the victim had been administered some of the so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain. It's a paralysis, you idiots! Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that. The tassels on his headband waving indoors. Someone's got a fan that they're blowing off out of frame just a little bit. Is this my feeling? According to this, however, it's the other way around. The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible sign of distress is evidence that Carrere was used. The freaking is a paralysis. Instant paralysis. His hair isn't moving? It's not a. It's a wind that only affects him from the hairline down. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all. Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. With a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects would go largely unnoticed. It's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death. It stops your lungs from working. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail. In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. The victim is conscious and aware, but he's unable to move. Yeah, that's pretty rough, dude. For the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly Carrere poison. Are we just gonna, like... they're just gonna gloss over the fact that it has to be injected? Suggesting this bottle actually contains this terrifying poison. This is all very convenient. A hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing? Yeah, I mean... if I may, yeah, go on.
Shut up!
Yeah, hit him with the shut up. It is you who must be taught. It's getting more and more ridiculous. Yeah, Cash, that's the point. Dot 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 dot. So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it, lady? You can't say that. You cannot say that. Do another honest hard work and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. Feeling is mutual. Yeah, lady, I'm pretty sick of you. Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime. It really is a loathsome act, wouldn't you agree?
Attention!
Enough of this. I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules. Was he objecting to? I don't know, he's just objecting. Just for fun. Oh, excuse me, Your Excellency. May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please? Is she gonna drink the water? Oh, baby. Lady, lady is poison. Lady, don't drink. Lady, don't drink. First of all, you insignificant little island boys. Lady, you come from Britain. What is Great Britain? It's a fucking island. Hello? You come from an island. Shut the fuck up. Sorry. To an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games, these foolish court— Shut the fuck up. Don't drink that, lady. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Cheers. I hope she just fucking dies. It would be so funny if she just died. No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair. Yeah. Drinking evidence? I thought that was against the rules. The rules have gone out of the window at this point. Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned. Sparkling water is trash anyway. I agree, Cash. So, no Carrere? Fuck. Break skateboard. The bottle was clean, is that what you're saying? Haha, haha. You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. You know, the animations are pretty sick. Thank you for providing my research so concisely here in this grand venue, most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency. I would like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries. No, don't leave yet, lady. Objection? What the fuck? It feels pretty viable. Had to have been poisoned in the bottle, but how did she— Oh, she's been taking little trace amounts of poison to build up a resistance to it, of course. I don't understand it. I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London. Because it has to have been poison in that bottle, but there can't have been, because otherwise she'd be dead. Come on, Munosuke, we have all the clues now. That bottle of water contains no poison. As I thought, there is no poison in the bottle. Isn't it obvious? If there was poison in there, she'd be dead by now. Yes. Sometimes your unadulterated naivete really astounds me, but sometimes it's in need of a good staining. What do you mean? That was a guileless ending to a promising line of inquiry. What do you mean I'm getting penalized for that? There's no poison in that bottle. She put... Fuck you. Because otherwise she would have keeled over dead. So they want me to present that she stuck him with something laced with the poison. Okay. But then why'd she keep the poison in the bottle? It doesn't make... Why is there poison in the bottle? Morsha, thanks for 13 months. A nice 13 to you as well. Appreciate it. Ooh, are you blind? There is no possible way that bottle could contain poison. We just saw Ms. Brett drinking the water from it. Yeah, she doesn't need to drink it. I get it. Through all the things that don't quite add up. Yeah. I know what you want from me now, game. I thought it was gonna be no poison because it had. Yeah, I get you. I have to examine this bitch? No, okay, I just show it.
Yes!
The answer to this riddle is right here in her own research report. Yeah. A valid explanation. After all, we don't speak English. That report is utter gibberish. I speak English, actually. You know, I speak it. I can read that. I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. Alright. It's special characteristics, right? Yeah, it's special characteristics. Hey, I want to look at the people real quick, by the way. She's 24. That lady's 16? It's this. Special characteristics. We've been hearing a lot about this Carrere poison, and it's left curious about something. Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting. So this leaves another loophole, which is how did she poison him? What did she do to him? Should I like, stick him with a fork or something? The point of hunting is to catch prey to eat. But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison. Therefore, what I am here to... This lady is a hunter, she meant to eat this guy. I actually found the answer to that conundrum in the research paper here. No, not here. No. No. This one doesn't. This just says fish and chips. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. What is our mouth but one big wound? Mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When Carrere enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. Yeah, because then you'd be eating poison from the dead guys. Of course. That makes a lot of sense. Ms. Bright, you authored this research, you knew Carrere's special characteristics, and you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself. Well. You meddling little... Call me an island boy again. I dare you. Oh, fuck. The goose is pissed. Called us a rapscallion. Well, Ryunosuke, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be. It's a goose. Yeah, that goose is real.
Objection!
Anyway. All this poison talk is fascinating, but I failed to see how it's... Oh, yeah, shut the fuck up. So the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with, some facts he read in a book, but I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly. Your schoolboy's logic has a fatal flaw. Yeah. As even your brain's managed to deduce Carrere is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric success. Oh, succus, not success. Is it first case? Yeah, this is about the end of the first case. Oh yes, well of course. So if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he? Correct? I'm with you so far. I knew this was coming. That's basic science, science anyone could understand. Yep, this was all I knew we were gonna get here. Yeah, objection. Ah, shit. Order in the court. Order. Ah, right, makes sense because they have pain over there. Dude, I said the same shit. Ah, first case, they got the trial guy. The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they'd be affected in the same way. This cure poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that. What is this welling up inside me? You don't want to know, Ryunosuke. I've never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down Ryunosuke? Ryunosuke? Oh, he did the point! Objection! He did the thing! It's gonna fuck that goose. I don't think so, Miss Giselle Brett. How dare you use that tone with me? You know very well there's no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why. Even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison, you are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you, you must provide compelling evidence. As we now know that this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why? Oh, fuck, what? Death occurred from loss of blood. Can I look at this more? Shortly after 2 p.m. Fatal hemorrhage from pectoral ballistic trauma. No exit wound, bullet did not pass through the body. My university collar pin. It's not gonna be this. I don't care about that. Why did he die? There's some blood on the knife there, but I don't think that's right. I think that might just be steak juice. Victim had undergone dental treatment. Oh! Really a record of some kind of medical treatment. Extraction with the use of anesthesia. Well, well, well. What do we have here? He had a tooth pulled. The dental, I see it now. Of course, the medical report card.
Take that!
Take that! She drank the same water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners. The toxic effects of Curare are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the water? Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted. Ah, dude, I love this judge. I wasn't sure because change is scary. I love this judge. He's so good. Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day. So that's it. Use that knowledge to orchestrate. This was a little more elaborate than I expected. This is a good one. Oh, music stopped. We got her ass. And now we have to fight the goose. I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are all so puerile. Yeah, go on, lady, I'm listening. Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough. Huh? You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it. I mean, it could just slip. Bro, just... Okay, guilty. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed. You can't do that, lady. No. Bro, just grab, like, test the bottle shards. What a terrible blunder. Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water as possible. You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. It will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it. Is this not just an this is just an admission of guilt. Imagine the judge is like, well, alright, Ryunosuke, I guess you're guilty. You won't get away with this. You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in that bottle or not. You bitch. Like Japan, she would have just been shot to death for that. We still have some compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right? Counsel for the prosecution. What? Of course. Your frame's this photographic print. Uh-huh. That's right, and really looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? Poor professor was sitting with his back to me. Of course, the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little school.
Objection!
That doesn't make any sense, lady. And then in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you arranged from the find on the floor. This... What the... Just... What the fuck? You planted a gun on the floor for Ryunosuke to pick up so that you could shoot the guy that you poisoned because he went to a dentist appointment. So you poisoned him with a poison that would go through the wound in his mouth from the dentist appointment. Then shot him with your gun that you hid somewhere in the premises in order to frame Ryunosuke, who would magically pick up the gun as you... because you left it on the floor next to him as he left. Of course. All you had to do was turn around the chair. What a wonderful imagination, but I'm a weak young lady. I could never turn this man around. A hidden gun, you say, and I shot the professor's dead body, did I? I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence. He had a gun. You testified to that earlier. He has a gun. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was shot by a gunshot in cold blood by the accused. Yeah. You know what? After all that I've seen today, I think that's a guilty. We had her, but now, is she really gonna get away with it? The way she destroyed that evidence was so obscene. Yeah, you'll be going to jail for obstruction of justice, perjury. You're the only one who can finish it. You've lost a vital piece of evidence. It must be in your head. Told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend upon. I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. Try to remember every last detail about the scene. Recolor. Are we gonna flashback to this shit? What I saw, what I felt. Every color. What? Damn, bro, someone didn't cook that steak very well. Could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? Nah, I don't think so. No. Actually, Kazuma, Now that you mention it, someone cooked that steak rare. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue. There's nothing. I give up. Then let's wipe the smug smile off the Englishwoman's face with some evidence. Alright. Something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all of this. It's here somewhere. The clue that shows who Dr. Wilson's killer... Maybe the gunshot wound? Who had a gun? I'm gonna try to play the steak. Can't wait for the goose to charge the stand. Inspector Hosanaga, I got a question for you, buddy. He's still miles away, probably thinking about that bottle being smashed. You said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like the plate with blood on it? Wait a minute. Yeah, shut up, bitch. Where are you going with... Oh, yeah, actually, it's got overruled by her. She said what he was gonna say. It's the memory that's been troubling me. I saw the scene shown in this photographic print with my own eyes that day. I saw that on the wooden base of the plate the steak was served on was a spattering of blood. Yeah, what? And... yeah, that must have happened when we shot him, of course. Can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything there. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front. There's no way the blood from the victim could end up directly behind him. True. The dead body shouldn't also have the career poison in it. Yeah, Craneberry, we have no way to test for that, though. The shooter must have been sitting opposite of the professor. Of course. Could the wood be hot enough to burn his hand? It's like, it has like a hot plate on it. Here, let me show you real quick. You see, it's got like one of those, it's got like a hot plate for where they cooked it. I beg your pardon.
Objection!
This is beyond ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense. The chair turned around 180 degrees is perfectly normal. That's normal. Like, you don't sit like that? Court is seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing. This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading up to. Dude is like actually gonna start bleeding out of his fucking eyes. I took the plate in the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. I took it meat and all. What? He has the steak? He has the steak? Why is he bleeding? He just does that. It is actually just dismissed as something he does. He just bleeds from the mouth and coughs occasionally. Took all of the steaks. And I did it all in the name of justice. Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it right now. Can't wait for her to just like fucking eat the whole plate. Inspector, the court wishes to examine the plate immediately. Whip that bitch out, brother. I'm ready. Sorry for the delay. Here is what you ordered, the steak. Dude, that shit's cold as fuck. Quickly, Inspector, the blood man. Show the court. Yeah, where is the collector's coin? Examine the plate at your leisure. Fuck. We lost. Ryunosuke, you just imagine that shit. Do you think he's gonna be like holding it upside down or something? It's right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate. What an unbecoming expression with the— oh, fuck, the goose. It's taken off. This is what I always say, you can't trust what the Japanese tell you. Jesus Christ, lady. Couldn't agree more in this is a case of disgrace to the Empire. I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion on the verdict of this trial. This let's pretend attempt at courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. The sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. Oh, sorry, I put a little too much pressure. I right-clicked through some of that on accident. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest. Okay. This is it now. I've lost. Ryunosuke, it's not over yet. Hold on, I want to see what the game's going to tell me to see here. No way, right? Okay. Thank God it's not just blood on the bottom. I was going to lose my fucking mind if there was just blood on the bottom of this thing. I was gonna go fucking mad. Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward no matter what. Wake up, Ryunosuke. Believe in myself. Really? Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself. Evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way. I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Objection. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues? Of course. The reflection of the killer is in the sheen of the steak. Your Honor, wait, the beef is hiding another clue.
Objection!
Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial. This intro is a thorough examination. This dude's a Chad. I love this guy. Only for ally in my country, that's still your position, is it? Yes, Your Excellency. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court what you're alluding. Oh fuck, I didn't get to look at it first. Oh, I can still look at it, thank God. I want to look at the steak first. Pardon me? What the fuck? His coin was under the steak? What? What the? What in the world is this? It's a Hoera Koban coin. Why is it under the steak? The first time today. Oh my god, it's the wrong plate of beef. The soldier hid it under the oh my god, the soldier stole the coin and put it under the beef. This is the wrong plate. That is fucking ridiculous.
Got it!
Okay, so I'm afraid that won't do it. Yes. What do you mean? What is this? How do I tell this man to look under the beef? What? Look under the beef. Let me look under the beef. Lift up the steak. Like on the edge of the beef? Yeah, let's try it on the edge of the beef.
Got it!
No? Run this steak over and over. What do you want me to do, game? Yeah, you're right. We better save here. And I can look at this, I guess. Is emblem on the side of the plate. Is it a cat? Cow? Uh-huh. A lot of different restaurants have their own unique table there. Okay, so that doesn't mean anything. Judge. Beef. Yeah, we need to save here. Yeah, how the fuck do I... Ah, here it is. Save. Do I need to... Do you think I need to do this? I need to, like, hold the beef upside down. We're clicking the play. We can try the play, yeah. It's not lighting up for me.
Got it!
No? R or T? Wait, T brings up the history. Look into the coin testimony part? No, I have to show him what... I have to show him what they... Do I have to put, like, maybe over here?
Got it!
No? Alright, I guess we just lose. Am I an idiot? What do you want from me, game? Maybe I have to hold it upside down and present? Did I pick it up before? I picked it up before in the record. I was in like the court record thing. I wasn't in this. Other side of the stake? Like, I've tried all of the sides, I think.
Got it!
If you wanna look it up, please feel free to. Okay, let me bring up the court record again. Yeah. This is the coin. Turn the stake over and over. What do you want from me, game? What do you want from me? Click the coin after uncovering it? Oh, maybe. Oh, you're right. Yeah, Olympic, I think you're 100% right. I know what I need to do now, I bet. No, I think I get it now. I was so swept up in that ridiculousness. We go in here, we reveal this. I need to confirm the coin. That's what I haven't done. You gotta confirm the coin. I never expected to find a precious coin, and from the Hoy era. Wow, it's marinated in juices. Are you thinking of eating it? Yeah, it looks like a tasty coin. I didn't confirm the coin in here, I bet. And now it's gonna let me pick this bitch up, right?
Got it!
No? What do you want me to do, game? Check your evidence. And from this screen, all I can do is present or history. How do I lift this stake up, game? Ah, of course. I don't know. So you had to be in the middle of the stake for it to lift up. Not at the edge where you lift it, of course. Alright. This means... Hello, can I direct your attention to the coin? Thank you. I never expected to find a precious coin under a thick of meat. Tell it. Among coins, only one logical explanation.
Got it!
Had to double click on it before presenting. Good gracious, that's a Koban. It's the wrong plate of steak, dude. Miss Brett, this is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it not? Tell me why. Is there an old coin seemingly hidden under the meat? What a ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen nothing before in my life. I want no part of it. Yeah. This is the soldier's meal. On steak.
Objection!
Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen. Dude, I'm so hungry. End this fucking case. I need to eat. I'm begging you, Phoenix Wright. Let me out. I'm so hungry. Please. He's right. It can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency. Yes, Counsel? A rare Hoy Koban just happens to be hidden under that piece of steak. If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now. I'm not really a... not really a lawyer, yeah. Yeah, shut up. Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant. Kazuma's objection sounds nice, yeah, it's really good. Point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it was doing under the steak. Only one person owns this coin. No, this is my frame perfect run for the rest of the night.
Take that!
Can't make any jokes. Obviously, it can only be the antique dealer, Curie. Mr. Cucumber something. Come on, lady. These ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable. Hey, look at this guy's ridiculous name. Judge? Come on. I testified earlier alongside the military sergeant. He was missing a coin, it was never found. He was looking for it when the gun was fired. I do remember him saying this. I'm making fun of Judge Dredd? Yeah, what's he gonna do? Purify me?
Objection!
Please, why would Korakuda-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and the plate? Because it's not her plate. Officer, bring both are we gonna have 4 witnesses on the stand? Maybe we would come back around to that pair again, but I have a strong hunch if we chase down the significance of the Koban. Oh no, don't to be continued me. Oh, thank God. I mean, we didn't really need the sergeant. What's all this about? Why have I been called up again? It's dinner time for baby Ido. I need to breastfeed this child. My son's belly is empty. He's fiercer than a pack of wolves. Dude, I'm so hungry. Burst the bear false witness and then cast from this courtroom. I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless withered ant. Shut the fuck up, dude. As far as your Rasute memory yeah, anyway. Oh fuck, he stabbed him. Oh my God, the sergeant just got stabbed. It's assault, dude. You can't do that. As I thought. Hey, wait, are you okay, dude? Hello? Scrapitals fool put me out of my misery. Put me out of my misery. Where was your treasure dropped? It was hidden under a stake. Seriously? Clearly it couldn't have fallen there by accident, which means somebody hid it there on purpose. Somebody concealed my treasure between a metal, meat and plate. You know what they say, caught between a schmeat and a plate. Excuse me, could I say something? Please do. Hey friend, what did you say? Proceed, Inspector Hosanaga. I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Oh, was it a string of thefts? La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Alright, friend, let me see what you said. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. Well, well, well. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. True. Yes, I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to... Can someone stop that child from pulling on that dude's stash? Seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief. Oh, she's the thief! Unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. She's the thief. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part. I know about Master Chief, though. Identity of the person who stole and hid the Korakuda-san's... I would like to hear the defense's view on the matter. I'm saving this bitch. It's either her or the soldier. It's definitely the soldier, and this is a fake plate. It has to be the soldier, and this is the fake plate. I don't think he's a soldier at all. It's him.
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be you. Sergeant Yasanosa. What? How dare you? You monster! Actually, I think it was your baby. I stole that, Koban? I'm the master thief of La Carnival? You're accusing me of these crimes? But it wasn't me, it was Ido! What? What? Did you just throw your baby under the bus? You're a monster, Nosa. Ugh. Wow. Did he just break his back? What? Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Yasanosa preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. I don't think that I really have anything I need to add to that sequence of events. Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages of the Nippon Imperial Army pays to those it expects our country to keep safe? Yeah. Temporary increase in taxation, hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living. True. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. I honestly eat the rich. I don't mind this guy. That's why you were stealing things. The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days I'd go there and do reconnaissance for a target. I enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time. Your target that day was the old man in his koba. It was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all. How did it get on the plate? All set to leave the steak, but it was halfway through devouring when it happened. Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. Ido too, so I hid the incriminating evidence. That makes sense, yeah. Flipped it onto the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it at a later date. I mean, right now, dude, here you go, take it, I don't care. This is ridiculous. Perhaps you carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time. I mean, Miss Brett is Ouchie, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Brother. Did he clean the blood? No, that's his plate. This isn't the right plate. He hid it under the plate of his steak because the guy said he took both plates. The theft of the Koban was clearly perpetrated by the baby-saddled sergeant. It would appear to be unrelated to the murder. Yep, wrong plate. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat, the sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Well, oof. Picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense, it's pure madness. If they look at the bite pattern from the picture, they ate in the exact same manner, actually. You're free to leave. Is she gonna leave? No way. This is no time for daydreaming. Something about Ms. Brett's parting words got me thinking. I think there was a contradiction in there somewhere. What did she say? Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone, and good day. I mean... Sure, dude. If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking, make your voice heard. You can think later, don't let her walk out. Okay.
Hold it!
Wait, Miss Brett, where are we going with this? Pray just one last time, there's something I'd like to ask you. Thank you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago.
Objection!
Objection, she destroyed evidence in a crucial case. Yeah, what the fuck are we talking about here, Ryunosuke? Hiding a coin under a lump of meat, the sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. By the way, real quick, we're gonna go ahead into the save option here. Just to be safe, I feel like I might get got. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it is beyond nonsense, it's pure madness. Is it this? I guess it's gotta be this, right? Yeah, it's gotta be this. I guess. Being on the actual plate. I don't know. Are we gonna say that these don't line up? Or, like, what are we saying here? I think it's this. I'm gonna present this.
Take that!
Photographic print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred. What's interesting is the plate of steak you can see on the victim's table. Steak that Ms. Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. More accurately, steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Oh, it's his steak! Oh, he switched the steak plates! Wait, or she, what the fuck? I'm losing my mind, dude. Take me along, game. I don't care. I'm not theorizing anymore. Just take me. Extremely obvious, I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. Steve noticed it too, Ms. Brett. Just a few moments ago, Ms. Brett claimed no Englishman could ever contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. And take a good look at this steak, in particular the edge where it has been eaten. I think I'm just waiting for the game to catch up. This is the wrong steak. Oh, we're waiting. We need the other plate because it's got the blood stain on it. If the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, then there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all. Yep. That's what, yeah, shut up, bitch. Oh, whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot wait any longer. Ouchie, shut up. Thank you. I've heard enough. Your irritating little spectacled samurai relic. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your... Actually, the goose's feathers? Goodness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks have for her. You know where you're going with this? Absolutely fucking not, dude. No clue. Now at last, it's all coming together. The mysterious teeth marks in a steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the blood stain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. Oh yeah, it's against TOS. We gotta pretend like we care about Twitch TOS here. I guess. I don't know if it really matters. Evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. I accept that these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it. What are you suggesting that tells us? Everything? What? Conclusive evidence in the case. Mm-hmm. Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase. Typical empty threats. Quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago. Yeah, we just haven't seen the right plate yet. Just because it hasn't been shown yet doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist. This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already. I just can't believe you don't have it. Someone who does have it is, yeah, please give me the other plate. Just in case. It's this guy, right? Has to be. The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. Give me the other plate, please. That's ridiculous. Oh, he's coughing. He's coughing. Everyone's attention has been focused on the steak with the teeth marks. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak. As well as admitting to stealing Korakuda-san's coin, he told us that he slipped it under the steak. Superior officer? Dude, you're losing your fucking job, dude. You're going to jail. This is interesting but brutal. It's tough, but we gotta push through. Was the steak that you put under the coin under, in fact, your own steak? And Shun, affirmative, of course. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it. The steak the detective submitted as evidence earlier was, in fact, Sergeant Nosa's meal. Yeah, I was already on this a little while ago, I feel like, but sure. It was taken from the victim's table. Someone swapped the plates. Of course, I didn't steal it. To even suggest the thing would be an affront to the British Empire. How do you explain this paradox? Someone swapped the plates. Sergeant switched the steaks? No, I don't think so. Who did it? Great question, actually. You did switch the plates. Hey, wait, did Ouchie actually do something good for once? After it happened... Well, holy shit, Ouchie. He's done it. Ouchie did it. I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes. Like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted up my stake and hid the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. When the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, oh my god, Ouchie, you fucking genius. He's done it. Kill that child. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table. Oh my god. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. No time for strategic planning. I did what had to be done. Ouchie, holy fuck. He's done it. Fear not, Prosecutor San. I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform. That is all I did, sir.
Yes!
Why'd he even do that? He thought he was gonna get his plate searched, I guess? If Sergeant knows to switch the plates over, means he took Ms. Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. Inspector Hosonaga, please give me the other steak. Earlier in this trial, not the other plate? I mean, if they search the other plate, they're gonna implicate the dead guy. And you took the sergeant's as well. Please show me the sergeant's plate. I feel like he could have just presented both plates to start with and we could have skipped all this. Can that possibly tell us now? It's got blood on it, lady. Come on. No, you're not wriggling your way out of it this time, lady. Ooh, she's gonna have a really good breakdown. I can't wait. Surely you're not that forgetful. You remember the reason why the steak pan promises to prove such a problem. Dude, I've already barely remembered this shit. The defense has to see the plate was to confirm bloodstain. There is a bloodstain. He was eating a steak with ketchup. He deserved to be shot. This is a justified killing. The eyes of the law will undo this one. The detective missed the bloodstain? I don't know, man. He's not very good at his job. Maybe he thought it was his own blood? Oh, Cranberry, you beat me to that one. Good job. Sorry for keeping you. Oh, what's that? Anyone see anything suspicious here? The blood stain. It's clearly... How did you miss that, dude? Because at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim. It can't be. In fact, the only person who could have possibly shot Dr. Wilson from the front, I think it was the doctor. That's right, Miss Giselle Brett. Big point. Oh, this is a breakdown. Here we go. Lady? Outdone by a Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No, no, no. What the fuck? Where are those baby chickens coming from? What is happening? What, did she just die and ascend to heaven? Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Lady, you just flew. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. She came back at least. Next time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth, please. Don't make me, please end it. You're done, right? That has to be the end. It was I who took the professor's life using Curer. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. What's the motive, please? Plan to kill the professor knowing no trace of poison we found in the water because Curer is unheard of here. Yep. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. Only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. Hello, it's me, Ryunosuke, fucking everything up for this lady. It's you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment. Planned to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man. Happened to know the professor always carried a gun, decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of Carrera in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. This lady had a pistol? How the fuck? I was right, there were 2 guns. Second, Cranberry, you want to do the second gun grassy knoll here? And I finished my coffee and got up to leave. And so I noticed the professor's gun, which he had placed on the floor. You were sure I would notice it. Everything went according to plan? No? Alright, so there was a second gun in the grassy knoll. Just as you bend down to grab it, bang. Yeah, she came up with this whole plan in the spur of the moment. This lady's a super genius. That's when you shot the professor with your own gun, even though at that point he was already dead. Gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared. Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him, took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen, locked him inside. Took the opportunity to turn the professor in his chair around. Of course, you need to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he had picked up the gun. Of course. So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor. And this is a felony, lady. Your Excellency? I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later? Is she gonna poison him too? Thank you. Good day, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san. Ma'am, you just confessed to murder. Ma'am, you... Why'd you kill him? It would seem this trial has finally run his course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement. Ouchie doesn't lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student. Looks like getting used to tough opposition, Ouchie. This insult to the Ouchie family name will never be forgotten. Become conceited with age, council, but the old have to stand aside to make a way for the new. Yo, what? The way of the world, may you never forget that. What? Shoot him! What? 1,000 millennia may pass, and still the Ouchie clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. Hey, that checks out, actually, yeah. Just cut that dude's hair down. Holy shit. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. Thanks, Your Excellency. Use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. Feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and a new procedure. A new future of law awaits, but what it will look like I cannot begin to imagine. Kazuma Asogi? In Japan, cutting hair means losing social status? Ah. After this trial, you're set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can, absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. Is right actually a pun for Naruhodo, like right? Yeah, I believe that in Phoenix Wright is a localization name, and if you watch or play the game in Japanese, his name is different, and I believe it is Naruhodo, actually. So his name, like the localization isn't quite as, or quite the same, I guess, because his name should be something right, but then they'd have to rename everyone, I imagine. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? As Phoenix Wright, this is Phoenix Wright's great-great-grandfather. A few more greats, probably. In you I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. Carry on. Ah, his name is Ryuichi Naruhodo. Wonder why they turned him into Phoenix for that. Like, this seems like the real difficulty of localization is making names that still have puns, like Phoenix Wright. I feel like the localization of this game had to be real tough to do things like right and trite. Hereby find the defendant not guilty. And I guess we don't find out why she did it. Yeah, the prosecutor from the first case is normally Pain, and this is his ancestor, Ouchie. Yeah. I think that might be, I think that the Ouchie line might be, like, Pain's normal name is probably Ouchie, and that's another joke. Court's adjourned.